Hey guys! So today I'm doing a video called My First Time, which is about all the first time experiences that you have, and this is my one. It's also a tag game. Apparently I was actually tagged by someone, but I can't find the video that I was linked to, so I'm just going to carry on doing it anyway, and then I'm going to tag people at the end to do it for themselves. My first kiss. I was, I believe, 4 years old. It was with the boy who I had met in my infant school over here. I can't really remember a great deal of it. I remember the boy and I remember he was in the playground. I don't remember a great deal of the kiss, but I remember it being like smushing our faces together, and I believe it was quite embarrassing at the time because half the playground was watching us. It's pretty hot. My first love. My first love was someone who I was with for nearly 5 years. We're not together anymore. We were engaged at one point, but that's all over now, but he was my first love, I believe, so that's him. My first pet. We're not really a big animal family here, so our first pets were just 2 goldfish called Alice and Jack. We had them for about 2 years and then they both died while I was at school one day. What is the first CD that you ever bought? The first CD that I ever bought was American Idiot by Green Day. I bought it on sale from a closing down shop in Cornwall because I was on holiday at the time. It was like £5 or something, and I now take that CD with me wherever I go to Cornwall because it's one of those CDs that I can listen to the whole way through and there's not a song that I don't like on it. Your first concert? My first concert was by a band called Status Quo. I believe they're like a 70s band. Like, my mum is really into them. We were kind of raised listening to their music, so she went to a concert and took myself and my sister with her. I'll put a link to their website below so you can go and check them out. What was your first gadget? First gadget I believe was actually the Pokédex from like the Pokemon series. I don't actually have it anymore. I believe I got rid of it a few years back now. I loved it. The fact that I only got rid of it a few years ago just shows you how attached to it I was. I was such a big Pokemon fan when I was a little girl. And what was your first tweet? I can't find it right now to read it to you, but I've got the picture of it on my laptop, so I'll insert that here. Wow. Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? What is your first job? I'm currently still at the place where I got my first job. It's a supermarket called Morrison's over here in England. I work as a cashier on the tills. It's only a part-time job, I only do weekends at the minute. What is your first car? My first car, I've only actually had my first car since February, so I've not had it for that long. It's a Ford Ka from the 2008 to 2012 model. It's in sunrise red, although one of my friends insists that it's peach coloured, which annoys me. It's not done a great deal of mileage at the minute. I think we're near 1,500 miles on it so far. It's a pretty good car, gets me from A to B, and I love it. Who was the first person to text you today? Let me check. It was my mum saying good morning. What was your first plane ride? My first plane ride was actually going to America in 2001. We went to Florida and we stayed near Disneyland, so that was my first plane ride. I hated the plane ride, and when I recently went on a plane this year to America again, I still hated it. I'm not a flyer, as I've discovered. I don't like it, the turbulence scares me. What was the first thing that you did this morning? The first thing that I'd done this morning, I believe I rolled over and picked up my phone, checked my text messages, and I checked Facebook, and then I put on my TV, and that is where I sat for about an hour. What was your first piercing? My first piercing was actually my ears. I've got these little studs in at the minute. I've had them done about 3 years ago. I've only got my ears done. I haven't got any other piercings anywhere, but I remember it hurt like hell. The last question is, what is the first movie that you remember watching? I remember watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie very clearly. I've actually still got ownership of that videotape. One of the first movies I remember watching as a child. I've always been someone who likes action and explosions and stuff in films. I'm not really like a chick flick person, so it was one of the very first movies that I remember watching and really enjoying. It's one of those tapes that we actually had to get 2 copies of because I wore the first one out to the point where it wouldn't play anymore. There's other films that I vaguely remember watching, but I remember the Power Rangers movie the entire way through. So there you have it, those are my first times. They aren't fantastic, but the first times are what they are. This is a tagging game. I'm tagging all of you guys to go away and do one for yourself, but the one person who I would really like to see do it is my friend Jenna. So I'm going to tag her and put her channel in the description box below, and I hope to see her doing this video pretty soon. So that's it for me guys, until next Monday, I'll see you guys later. Bye!